God, I love it when OBS doesn't do what I want it to do. G'day, ladies and gents. G'day, Kevin. How you doing, mate? Pardon me. All right. So, a couple of days late from when I had planned, but today we're going to jump in and do a little bit of Cleared Hot. As you can see, I've already played a little bit of the game at this point in time, so I might jump back and do some of the older missions, but I haven't unlocked too much, so we're going to have to spend a little bit of time with it. Let me get the chat so I can read it better. I saw Airwolf and have to know, also missed the streams from Mags to double win. Yes, I'm trying to fix those up. I have been flat out the last couple of months. I've been away on holidays. I've been flat out doing work. I'm hoping now December is clear. We're sort of getting towards December and things are starting to clear out. I'll be able to get more streams up. In fact, I'm hoping to start nailing out some retro streams. I want to do some Vampire the Masquerade Redemption, and I'm currently in the process of trying to get the old Wing Commander games hooked up as well, because I have an itch to do some retro gaming. Simple Man, I see Airwolf, I click. Yes, well, Airwolf is actually in it. That's what we'll be flying. At the moment, I am flying Airwolf, which is the Skywolf Bell 222 in Cleared Hot, and I'm running it with a pair of Gao 1950 caliber machine guns and Hellfire missiles. So, it's only the second chopper that I actually have unlocked at this point in time, so... But it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad they put it in. I had no idea this was in the game until I finally got it. They kept this real bloody quiet. G'day Matt from Texas, how you doing, mate? How things going over your end of the world? It's nice to be able to actually catch up with everybody again. Anyways, we are going to fly out now. So for those of you who haven't seen this before, and I'm sort of mangling this a little bit, but I'm out of practice, so apologies for that. Cleared Hot is basically the modern recreation of the, if you're old enough to remember, the Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, Urban Strike, Soviet Strike series of helicopter games from the 90s. That's what it is. It is third-person isometric from above, and it is pure arcade, and it is a shitload of fun. So, we're going to go out and see if we can make a little bit of money. The long way home, Sheriff, where it needs to export back to... So we'll jump into an earlier mission for a start. We'll play from the very start with the Apache, and we'll go from there. I won't actually go up to the current mission. We'll do a little bit of playback. I have no problem replaying the missions in this. It's all great. Alright, basic controls. Now this is a physics-enabled game, so you have your missiles, you have your guns, but you also have a cable on the bottom of all your helicopters that you can use to pick up almost anything in the game and start throwing shit around all over the place. Also guys, if you can let me know whether or not the stream's coming through nice and smooth, that would be fantastic.
Skyhook, this is Dustcap. Intel confirms 2 comm towers relaying theater-wide signals. Priority is destruction. You are cleared hot.
Copy that. Getting after them.
First mission's designed to be pretty easy. They get really hectic. There we go. Bonus fun.
Gotcha.
Now, can I bowl it? Ah, this. Yes, the game is pure nostalgia. The guy who designed this just straight up said he loved the old Desert Strike, Jungle Strike games from the 90s. Nobody was making them, so he got sick and tired of blaming and went, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Health's good, the left hellfire death.
I like these.
Yes, I did just cut that guy in half with the tail rotor, just so you're aware. That is what I did.
That's a bullseye. Splash confirmed on both towers. Skyhook, return to boost.
Roger, on my way. Mondo, where are you, bud?
Skyhook, return to base.
Sir, sounds like Mondo is...
We're looking into it. Not your objective, Travis. Come home now.
Sir, I'll be home in time for dinner.
Travis!
Right, hang on a second. Grab each of these. That one. Ah, try again.
Mondo,
No, I'm no good
hang
with
on,
truck
dude, I'm
crossing.
coming.
Travis, you need to get out of there now. Enemy jet approaching.
Enemy what?
Get out of there!
Mondo, can you read? Mondo! Oh, shit.
And that's the end of the first mission. Alright, now I can read chat. Sorry about that, guys. A long time seeing anything from you. Just curious how your eyes doing, mate? I will answer that in just a second.
Okay, what the hell did that... Oh, shit.
Tommy, Travis, I'm on my way, but,
Congratulations, man.
yeah, the thing is, I'm a little short.
What do you mean you're short? How short?
It's a little short.
Damn it, Travis.
Come on, Tommy, you know I'm good for it.
I don't know if you're good for anything these days.
I'll work it off. Got any, odd job?
Alright, normally you start off with a little bird here.
The bird's yours. You do actually remember how to fly this thing, yeah?
Sure. Just like riding a bike.
But it looks like I'm starting off with Airwolf, which I'm not going to complain about too much. But normally it's a little bird for your first mission. Actually, we'll do... So the volumes... No, volumes are all up. It's a little odd. It seems a little like the... Yeah, like the audio is slightly out of my... It could just be me. Let me know how it is, guys. So before I start this one up, how are the eyes doing? They are doing great. These lenses have worked really well. I am just coming up about due for a new set at this point. But that just happens. I've had these lenses since I got them back in... Well, back when they were first offered to me a couple of years ago now. So they've done wonderfully. But... I think I'm about due for a new set now. Some of them, there's a little bit of blurred vision, which I think there's some micro scratches on the lenses. But otherwise, the lenses themselves are doing exactly what they need to do. My vision, the degradation of my vision has basically stopped dead. Entirely thanks to these lenses, which is exactly what we were hoping for. And so long as that continues, like, it could be better, but it's never going to go that way, and it's not getting worse. So can't complain in the slightest. I can see both eyes are working, it's great. Kevin, there goes $14. By the way, this is on sale on Steam, and I totally did just buy a copy because of Airwolf. It is worth buying. This is a great game just to sit back, throw on a podcast in the background, or just crank the volumes up if you want the nostalgia, grab a drink and just chill. There's no bullshit, there's no microtransactions, there's no crap. It's, I believe, one guy did the entire game. I don't think there was any team. He was pure indie up until Micropose got involved, and Micropose did the publishing for it. And they're fantastic. I've got no complaint about anything that they're doing at this point in time. Micropose is awesome. I'm glad they're back. And the game itself is just ridiculous fun. At the moment, there is a limit on the amount of content that is in it. but there is additional missions being added, because this is the early access period. Obviously it is an early access game. There is additional missions and additional content being added over time. It's not being added as a DLC, they're just whacking more on top of it. This is not to say in the long run, once that's all in, that he won't put a DLC on top of it that holds a whole bunch more, but frankly if he doesn't, I'm probably going to play it. But it's worth it. I'm glad to hear they're doing good for you. You were just getting lenses last time I saw the stream video or everything else. Yeah, we were just getting them in last time, and they've been for a couple of years now, and they're doing fantastic. Anyways, 3 minutes. Let's get her up. So, Airwolf
Look at the old man go.
fast.
Okay,
That's
now
her
head
thing.
down to the
She's
farm
not
and you get
maneuverable,
my
but
chickens
she's
back in
fast.
the pen.
The chickens? You serious?
Hell yeah,
She
I
does
hate
have the-
chasing them little cluckers around. Maybe you use
Does
that
have the
rope.
boost to go
Gently.
faster.
Don't try nothing funny, I got your truck here, okay?
There's nothing funny about me, Tommy.
And yes, to be clear, the first time I unlocked this helicopter, I absolutely put on the wrong version of the Airwolf theme on the next mission that I played, and yeah. And yes, if you pick this up, you will too. So map is covered with collectibles. Oh, and I just hit the terrain. That's fine. So there's money drops. You want to pick those up if you can. You need to earn money doing missions to unlock more shit. Alright, there. Instructions on how to use the rope. Pretty straightforward. Press the button when you're over the target. Space to go higher. Control to go lower. Try not to run into the terrain if you can avoid it. And yes, you can swing shit into other shit in order to kill it too, so you do have to be cautious with that. And there is weight on the objects, so lighter objects you'll be able to pick up higher. And I missed. Heavier objects, you'll actually struggle on some helicopters to get them up off the ground. Don't get so bloody close to the tower, I can't get in there. One more up there. Now this is a lot easier, well this is not difficult in the first place, but it's a lot easier than it even would be normally, largely because, well, I'm using it. So. Wait, one of those is not that one. That one's not good. There we go.
Okay, they're in.
Great, how they do.
They didn't love it.
They'll get over it. Okay, now I need you to move that leaky gas tank out of the yard before I kill somebody.
Move it where?
I don't know, just tossing that junk pile across the way.
All this is in the tutorial is to teach you how to use the hook and the physics systems.
Woo-hoo! Just like the good old days, huh? Maybe you actually do know what you're doing.
You had doubts?
Still do, Travis. Alright, now replace that tank with one of the others outside the yard. Carefully, these are fully loaded.
The tank's heavy, so if you hit it against anything, you can cause it to blow up underneath the helicopter. That's not great. Don't do that.
Alright, done.
Hey, thanks, Travis. That's great.
Hey,
you
Ozzy,
mind
how's it
heading
going,
back
mate?
this way? A couple of them canyon boys sniffing around the yard don't feel right.
Sure, I'll see if I can scare them off.
Alright, so first mission I do not have. Ooh, please don't do that. You don't actually have any ammunition for weapons. So that's the same.
Oh, hell, they just took off from a truck. They're heading toward town.
I'm on them.
There we go. don't know, we'll use that one instead. Now, that fire should do it. Nope. Oh, that got him. Got me too, but that's fine. Truck back to where it was.
You really give him a ride.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of fun.
Chopper's yours, you earned it. Guess you can just haul your truck back with you.
Gonna try. Thanks, Tommy.
Oh, no, thank you, Travis. Just try not to get yourself killed in that thing, all right?
We'll see.
Right, that is almost the end of the tutorial mission. Trees, don't hit the trees, don't hit the buildings. There we go. Mission complete. Hey, he's back. Yes, I am. Apologies for being away, guys. Just shitload of work, shitload going on. Even took a holiday while I was away for the first time in years. Went away to Queensland for a week with family, which was nice. Good to get everything out of the system, and now hopefully we'll be streaming on the regular. Going to be doing some new games, hopefully a little bit of flight simming, and a lot of retro games. I want to start going back through the list of games that I used to play back in the 90s, early 2000s, and actually start running some of them up, because I've sort of become aware a lot of people out there have forgotten they exist or never knew they existed in the first place. Things are going great, Zap. Matt, I like the physics of the game. How does the response from the chopper feel? The response is great. It's exactly what you would think. The game, I'm playing keyboard and mouse at the moment. You can play it on controller as well, which gives you a little bit more control. It's beautiful. It feels really nice. It is very touchy on the Airwolf. Keep in mind, the mission that I just played, I'm supposed to be doing in a Little Bird, which is a lot slower. A lot more nimble, but a lot slower. The Airwolf is a lot faster. That's its whole thing, is it's quick. You know, a bit of a play on the supposed to be, you know, Mach 1 plus capable helicopter if you go back to the show. It's obviously not that fast in game, but that's its shtick in the game. If we drop into the hangar, we can see everything else that's here, which we haven't unlocked yet. So the next one up is the Huey. So go over, you can see speed and acceleration is maxed out on the, they call it the Skywolf, it's the Airwolf. Huey's a bit slower, but she gets a little bit more health. Loadout, there's also the passenger options. You have very few passengers you can hold on the Airwolf. That's why it's at the bottom. You can actually hold more on the Little Bird. Huey holds a few more because you can actually pick people up. You do actually have to do rescues in this as well. So pull people up, move them, get them to where they need to go. You've got Cobra, AH-1. I'm not sure where the passengers go on that. I'm assuming you're going to make them sit on the wings, but that's fine. Hind is in there as well. Blackhawk, Apache, and Chinook. So you've got a full collection. You've also got weapons-wise. If I go over just a Little Bird. Bell. So the standard weapons you normally start with, which I have locked, is M143 miniguns. But I've unlocked the Gao 19 50 cal miniguns as well, and you start off missile-wise with Hydras, and I've upgraded to Hellfighters. There is more to get though, so if I go into the workshop, I've got the M134 minigun, which you can upgrade as well to make it more powerful. The Gao 19, again, you can upgrade that. The SGHG 7.62, so you can get the Russian equivalent of the M134, and the XM214. As well, heavy guns, M230 cannons, so a couple of 30mm cannon and autocannon options, twin cannons at 23mm, anti-personnel grenade launchers, so on and so on. You get the Bushmaster as an option as well. that's your lineup and weapons for the moment. I believe there'll probably be more added over time, but that's what you get. Light missiles, Hellfires, Hydras. You get Hydras with flechette rounds, incendiaries, S5s, S8s. We also have M24s. You see them here, down to the Maverick as the top end. So you can load the helicopters out with whatever you want for missiles and guns, providing they're available for the helicopter. You've got a few configuration options, and there's drawbacks and advantages of each one. So I like the fact that you get to screw with the helicopters too. It's not just you unlock and that's what it's got. Nah, customize it. I forget, I didn't read it, but I forget who told me, somebody who was following this closely, there's a possibility they're adding the Comanche in as well. So we can have the stealth attack helicopter from the 90s that everybody fell in love with, which would be really cool. So we'd be up to Scrapyard. Scrap will be the next mission. I love the TIE Fighter series. Yeah, I love playing it. It was great to go back to that. At the moment, I think a couple more missions have been released, but I don't think another full campaign section has been released yet. So I'm still monitoring Angel and his development over there. I'm basically waiting for him to nearly have it completed at this point in time, and then I'm going to jump in and I'm actually going to finish it. So even if it means playing from the start again to get back to where I was, I'm not sure whether or not, because it's obviously a mod, whether or not the save game that I've got, which I still have, it's all still installed. I haven't uninstalled a damn thing at this point in time. I'm not sure if that save game will survive the updates to the mod. Most likely it won't. So worst comes to worst, I'll play the entire thing again and then all the way through to the completion once it's out. If it does survive, I might just play from that point on, or I might just play from the start again because it was a shitload of fun. We'll see what happens. But that's all I'm waiting for now. It's just Angel has a real life job. This is his side of his little side hobby, and he's doing it his own time. He's doing a fantastic job. Just gonna let him do his thing. He's one of those. He's proven he can do a great job. Just let him cook until it's done, then jump on and finish her off. Yes, put those World War II hollowed-out drop tanks to transport passengers just attached to the Viper. Hey, they could do what they did with the Apache that time and just have everyone just sit on the outside of it with a basically a stretchy cable holding them on. I think the Marines did that, and well, I suppose they're technically both Marines. The British Marines and the US Marines did that at some point in time, just sitting on the outside of the helicopter. There's photos of them in flight too. That would have been a wild ride. You had me at customizations, just bought the game. You'll have a shitload of fun with this. You really will. How's the eyesight? I covered this a little bit earlier on. It is doing fantastic. The lenses have done everything that they need to do. The eyes are not degrading at all now. It's basically stopped at dead, which is exactly what we're hoping for. The only issue I've got at this point in time is now the lenses are a couple of years old. They're getting a bit worn. I've taken care of them as well as I can, but like all things, they degrade a little bit, so I'm probably going to have to go and get some new ones soon. But as far as I'm aware at this point, they will be exactly the same lenses, done in exactly the same way, just new versions of exactly the same thing. That's it. Nothing needs to be changed. And thankfully it managed to stop at a point where I haven't lost my license. So I am still legal to drive, although I still put restrictions on myself, so I don't drive at night, and I don't drive in any conditions where I'm uncomfortable, but I still have the ability to drive, which is good, because that was getting real marginal where my eyes were at. So that's good. Can we steal the Heim with the Chinook in this? I don't know, but that is the kind of joke that would be put in. So Scrapyard scrap.
Hey Travis, can you fly back this way, like now? We got a big problem.
Heading over. What's up?
Feels weird doing this mission with
Can you boys something fierce? There's a mob of them heading this way, heavily armed.
You know I'm not heavily armed, right?
You're pretty crafty with that rope, though.
On my way.
Grab that barrel. I can do something with that barrel.
Okay, I'm here. Where's the problem?
They're coming down from the north.
All right. You stay where you're at. I got this.
That was the really bad time, right when I was about to release the barrel.
Okay, been a while since I've been shot at.
Ah, it didn't explode. Fine. We'll do it this way then. Wait, where did the kill go? Oop. Alright, we need another rock. Swish. So you can see the weight affects the helicopter. She's
That'll
not as
teach you to
maneuverable
mess with our
now.
trash. That was... Oh, shit.
What?
There's more coming. Stay down.
South. No quad bikes here.
I got you, buddy. Hey, hold on a second. Let me give you your parachute. Oi. Later. All right, I think that's all of them this time. Action note, there's a bunch more.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, can we get something that explodes? Maybe, possibly... That's not the right intent, is it? No, that's not what I wanted. Quad bikes.
Come here, pal.
Where's a rock again? There's that's I'm pretty sure Geneva will have a few words in regards to this. Or at the very least, somebody in air control and administration probably.
Here you go, make some art.
There we go.
Okay, that has to be all of it. Oh, you gotta be shitting.
What? How many?
I don't have enough rope for all
Holy
that.
heck, the entire
Sure
environment
as
is
hell
able to
don't,
be
but I
interacted
got
with. You can
something
pick
to
anything
help.
up
Who the
pretty
hell?
much. There are some
How'd you
things you
get
can't.
Y'all want to do pleasantries or
as
save
a
your
general
asses?
rule,
Asses,
yeah.
please.
Like I could
Travis,
pull-
I marked a spot on your map. Get
If
over
I had
here
more
quick.
power, I
Hey,
could
you
pick
know
up
my
an entire
name.
rack of
You want
cars.
ammo or not? He definitely wants ammo.
All right,
And
I'm coming.
some of them you can pull individual cars, pull up sections and tires out of the junkyards and toss them as well as around as well. So yeah, some of the trees you can yank out of the ground and toss too.
All right, scoop 'em up. This round's on the house.
Why are you helping us?
I've been watching you. See some potential, assuming you
Right,
survive
is
this
just gonna be horrible,
situation.
'cause I've got
Yeah?
50 cal miniguns
And who
instead
are
of
you?
You can call me
the standards which you're supposed to
Desert
have.
Mike.
Okay, Desert. Now that's a civilized way to do it.
Wave shows up, so I want all the money. So I want another helicopter.
Come on, man, get him out of here.
Hee-haw! That'll teach you to stay in the canyon, shitbags.
Holy shit, that was... Boy, I can't believe you. Not bad, Travis, but not over neither.
22. I'm going to have to be getting close to a new helicopter now. I wonder if Airwolf is faster than the Hind in this. I'm honestly not sure. Stat-wise, I believe it is. We can have a look. Yeah, stat-wise, the Hind's fast, but not as fast as Airwolf. And its acceleration is significantly lower. But it carries all the health, it has a massive loadout, and it can carry a lot of passengers. So it's a reasonably quick, straight line, slow accelerating tank, which actually isn't a bad description of a Hind, to be perfectly honest. But haven't unlocked it yet, so we'll see how it goes. Actually, I'm 100 short of being able to get the QE. Matt, I'm going to be happy as a cat in a hen house when I get home. There goes my weekend. Hey, it's worth it.
Y'all call them the Canyon Boys. They call
I'm really
themselves
impressed with
the
this.
Western Republic, which seems a little grandiose for these fellas, but they are getting ambitious. Just took over an oil field. They're holding their geologists hostage there. If only we had a gunship to get them out.
You serious?
That depends. Are you?
That depends. What am I packing?
Minigun, fully loaded, and I'll throw in a few missiles this time.
Now we're talking. Rules of engagement?
Have at 'em. You're cleared hot.
Cleared by who exactly?
By me.
And you're what? FBI or something?
I'm the guy who's gonna write you a big check. You need more?
Nah, that'll do.
Alright, so now we're going to do a rescue mission. Was this something we played on Sega back in the day? Kind of.
Alright, let's get those scientists out safely. And while you're in there, take out the oil tanks they're loading up to fuel their little canyon kingdom.
Oh, your basic smash and grab. I got you.
This is an indie developed game. I believe it was one guy who developed the entire game. And basically the game you're thinking of is the Strike series. So Desert Strike was the first one, then there was Jungle Strike, Urban Strike, and Soviet Strike, I think, before. And they were across everything. They were on PC, they were on Sega. Everything except Nintendo had a copy of it, I think. Like, it was a popular game in the 90s. That's the one you're thinking of. And yes, that's what he's based this on. No, it was definitely Sega. And this was what he based it on. It was essentially, he loved this game back in the day. Nobody was making a new one, so he went, fuck it, I'll do it myself. And this is what he came out with, and it's awesome. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier on, he developed it himself, but Micropose got involved to work as a publisher, and so he's got a good publisher back in the day behind him as well. As much as it's sort of new Micropose, they're still great. Right, so 15 Hellfires. I should carry more Hellfires than that. I'll put that up now. We might get
Hellfire.
20. Excellent. And carry 25.
Press 1.
Now I do have to watch the targets that I'm going to try and rescue because you can absolutely friendly fire the crap out of everybody in this.
Well, at least he didn't die alone.
Still money. Shit. I'm blind. Like, you know. That oil as well, and I'll leave that up for later. The little laser beams coming up are man-pads. I identify straight away. I do like how if you hit them, they won't keep firing. Like, they'll fall to the ground and grab their legs.
All aboard!
Not sure
All
how
right,
many I
Dan.
can
Load up
carry
and
with
take
me.
it back to the drop point.
Roger that, Desert.
Just Mike is fine, Travis.
That's 3 rescue. And you do have to take your time on landing, because if you land and they get out, and then you quickly take off again without gaining altitude. you're
Y'all
not
stay
cautious,
safe now.
Nice work, Travis.
can hit
Now go
them.
get the others.
On it.
So you can kill them after rescuing them. Like I just knocked that guy down there with rotor blocks there. So yeah, as was mentioned before, pretty much everything, including the people, are actually physics objects, and you can mess with them. Like before, when I cut a guy in half using a tail rope, you can do that.
That's a double for me tonight.
You. Big oil tank explosion. Right. This is a little bit easier to do with the air than it is to do with the little bit. Don't think I'm going to do that now.
Be like a new man.
Yes, we can. You'll know when you hit the limit, because when you hit the limit on the number of people you can actually carry in a single load, the last guy swings from underneath the helicopter on the cable. He doesn't come inside, you just cable him all the way back. Friendly fire with a tire. Hello, nice to see you still around. Yeah, I never really left. I just wasn't doing anything over the last couple of months, mainly because just doing work stuff, really. Fortunately, I've been able to get at least some stuff from my graphic design business up and running. I'm actually working on some stuff for you guys at the moment. I'm working on a Christmas shirt, which I'm hoping to have up in the next few days. But I've been able to do some stuff outside of that, which is fantastic. Which is good, which is great because YouTube is not great to pay these days, as I'm sure you guys have heard from other creators. I won't ramp up about that too much, but yeah, Google's a You idiot, stop going near the guy with the man pad so I don't shoot you when I'm trying to hit. This guy in the middle here. This guy here is freaking human shielding the shit out of himself.
Hey, you call for a cab?
Alright. You're a pickup?
Let's go for a ride.
You?
Hey. Nothing personal. Hola, compadre.
He bounced. Right, there we go, that's that sort. Let's get these guys back to the block. If I remember correctly, we should be capturing the new base too, so we don't have to keep coming back to here. It's them out.
Alright, folks, this train's out of service.
Nice work, Travis. I think those fellas owe you a gift basket or something.
I will take that. We definitely have a Huey now. This game also reminds me of the Return Fire games. The name's familiar, but I can't remember those games, so I will take your word for it. There was a few games like this back in the day. Yeah, during the 90s and early 2000s, there was a couple of these floating around. It was after that they just sort of disappeared, so it's nice to see them back. This is the kind of shit that we should be getting more of. And you pick up the enemies, yeah, you absolutely can. Strap in there, we'll just take him for a little ride, and yes, I think we actually, is one of those blades have blood on it? No, he bounced there. I thought I actually hit him on the blade. Yes, the blades are physically modeled. If you can throw somebody in there, you can chop somebody in half using the blades on the farm as well. Or you can wreck yourself on the farm too. Shit. Anti-aircraft.
There's that burning crude smell.
I've never actually tried to pick up one of those anti-aircraft rounds. Next time I see it, I should probably give that a shot, because that would be nice to possibly. Tanks.
Boom! Done.
Okay, that should slow him down.
Okay, I thought there was more there for me to kill. Apparently, I killed enough that it just ended the mission for me. The music is drowning out your voice a little bit. Okay, I will turn myself up a touch then. How's that? Hopefully I am a little bit clearer to hear now. Before you started the mission, sound levels were good. Now the music is overwhelming your voice. Let me know how this is once we've got the mission going. If it's still a problem, I'll actually tweak the in-game sound a little bit. Miss your War Thunder videos and plane reviews? I kind of miss doing them too. The the problem is it's Gaijin, basically. There's only so much of Gaijin's bullshit that a person can tolerate. I love the planes and I love the rest. Back in the day when I stopped doing War Thunder videos, it was starting to feel a lot on this end like all I was doing was making negative videos, because Gaijin, despite having a really good game, just couldn't seem to help fucking up. And constantly making negative videos was... It's not great, and it's not what I wanted to do. And yet they couldn't stop fucking up the gameplay. Every single patch making some kind of major mistake, and that's sort of just... I love the planes, I love flying, but I can't keep doing those kind of videos, and that's sort of what soured me off the whole lot. I did a few videos after that, and tried to do videos avoiding those topics, but part of that felt like, and it was pointed out to me, if you go back to the sort of the last of the War Thunder videos that I did over the last 12 months, if you'll look in the comments of those, you'll see people in there that were saying, hey, why aren't you talking about the negative side of the game anymore? You know, what have you sold out to guys? No, I hadn't sold out. I was just sick and tired of making negative videos all the time. But because I wasn't covering those topics, that's what it looked like to people. And it felt wrong to me, so I just stopped making the videos in their entirety. That's why. I loved making War Thunder videos back before Gaijin basically lost their shit. When the gameplay was good, what they were doing was good, there was... yeah. But that's not how it is. That's not how it is anymore. So you can technically play lawn bowls in this game? Yes, you can play lawn bowls. You can pick up rocks and use it to squish people. You can pick up people and use them to bowl over other people. You can play a fun little game of trying to complete a mission without actually firing your weapons once and just throwing environmental objects at the objectives. And yes, you can absolutely complete every single mission in the game doing this. You know, picking up enemy vehicles and throwing them at other enemy vehicles, picking up enemy vehicles and throwing them at oil tanks until they explode. You can play through the entire... I haven't checked to see if there's an achievement. There should be an achievement, though, for completing the entire game without actually firing a missile or firing a gun at any point in time in the game, because it is possible to do. I did love the Forza video you did. Yeah, that was just more of an interesting one. I wanted to talk about the Ute. It was fun back then. You never know. I think there's a new Forza coming out. Pretty sure it was announced. Did I see... Somebody will have to correct me here. I think it was Japan-based. That might be worth having a look at, and I might do some videos out of that. Although I'm more of a plane person than a car person, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to dig through some of the old vintage cars and use a bit of Forza gameplay as an excuse to talk about some really cool old cars. So that was that one.
Travis.
Sheriff, ma'am. Look, okay, they started it. So, you know, I think I have a right
It ain't like that, not yet, anyway.
Oh, really?
Just put your pants on and get to your chopper. The Canyon Boys barricaded the road to Santa Elena, and I need to check on our team down there. Mike said you'd give us an escort.
I can do that. What's the pay like?
It's like me not looking into this flying vigilante I keep hearing about.
That'll do.
Alright, well before we start this one, we have 30 grand at the moment, so, as much as I do love my Airwolf, we could get the Cobra too. No, we get the Huey. We're getting the Huey. And no, I don't need a test flight. Weapons, no, we're putting the GAU 19s on, and I want my Hellfires on. Although, we can carry more Hydras. And Hydras would be more appropriate. Yeah, let's go with Hydras. Fortunate Sun Time. Let's do West Texas road trip. That's what we're up to.
All right, Travis, keep them off our ass, okay?
I got you.
Also, speaking of planes, I recently got to go and see the Air Museum on the Sunshine Coast. You know, it's funny. That's where I went on holidays. I didn't actually... This is a really cool model. I didn't actually get to that air museum. It was on the planned cards, but we just didn't have time on the last day, so you'll have to tell me how it is. I did see the F-111 simulator up there. I really wanted to do that, but it just wasn't an option. However, the wife and I did decide that we're probably going to go back up to the Sunshine Coast again sometime in the future, so I'm going to make that part of my shortlist. We were in Kingston when we were. We stayed there and then we travelled up and down. We went up to the Australian Zoo. Now, obviously, with the wife being into kind of doing animal conservation, we had to go up to the holy ground that is the stomping ground of the Irwin family.
You really kicked that hornet's nest, didn't you?
Okay, in my defense.
Spoke to a few of them up
There's
there.
a barricade up ahead. I need you to clear it.
Yes, ma'am.
Honey?
Travis, we're taking heavy fire here.
No, you're not. Already sorted it. Nobody else coming? Actually, the Huey feels kind of nice. It's not as fast as Airwolf, but it's also not quite as twitchy. Alright.
Whoa, look out. Stop the trucks.
Shit, it's an ambush.
Maybe we should turn around?
No, we ain't letting them off the hook now. You're gonna have to haul us across.
All right, stand by.
There we go. Now let's clear the other side of this bridge. Oh, we are out of missiles. That's fine. Rockets technically. That's pretty clear.
Okay, hope y'all are strapped in tight.
Just easy, okay? I get a little motion sick.
I'll do my best. Okay, how'd you do?
I didn't love it. Let's just get to the refuel spot.
Yes, ma'am.
You. You. Missed one. Oh yeah, I'm liking the Huey a lot here.
Hey, Travis, can you move this thing? You mind moving this thing?
It's already moved. Quit bitching. Really? Can't drive around it? It's really cool. They have the Orion you can tour, and I believe 2 seats. Mike 15 was put on display. They have 2 hunters, apparently to fire up the Wirraway occasionally. yet. The Wirraway might be one of the ones that showed up at the air shows. The big thing that I wanted to go up there, and as far as I know, it's the only museum in Australia that does it. They've got a special.
We're gonna
you've got
stop
to book
here,
in
read
for
you,
it,
and make some quick repairs.
but it's a
Cover us.
special.
All right, try to be quick about it.
F111 display where you have a full simulator that's actually in one of the the ejection cockpits from a real F111 and they do a full thing where they take you through a mission briefing that the F111 would have had to have completed for a mission the F111 could have been tasked for. They show you the whole mission planning,
All right, we're on the
on
move.
how it's
Stay
done,
with us.
what loadouts would be used for that particular mission. And then they do the entire mission in simulation while you're strapped into the but it's one of those things you got to book in for. I didn't see how much it was.
These are great.
I was really hoping to get that done when I was up there. Unfortunately, the time was sensitive, so that's on my list for the next time I get up there if they're still doing it. Probably isn't going to be for a while, but yeah, if anybody
Hey,
else...
we got some debris here, needs moving.
That reckon is get one of the trucks. There it is. Basically, they've managed to build the simulator that I always wanted to build.
Don't mind us. We're just sitting ducks waiting for road clearance.
Apparently turning the steering wheel is really hard for these guys. Yeah, apparently they got to build the simulator that I always wanted to try. That was always one of my bucket list goals, was to try and get or build a mock-up of the ejection pod from an F111 and turn it into a flight simulator. I thought that would always be the coolest thing in the world.
That's dope.
Somebody actually
Travis,
did
our
it.
boys are under attack. You gotta bail them out.
I'm going.
Alright, semi-cleared. Now can I get the money? There it is. All the trucks get through again. Yes, got it. Another 1,000 to go towards the Cobra.
Okay, we're here. Thank God.
And thank Travis.
I mean, it's kind of your fault we're in this, though, but sure. Thanks, Travis.
I'll take it.
Nice. They got some old model kits as well. Picked up a Matchbox Media Night Fighter and a Match the One. Nice. I need to get back into that. I've nearly got my 3D printers reset up. I've got a nice F14 model here that needs to be built. And I'm going to pick up I want to pick up a huge number of kits, as I haven't done actually aircraft modeling in ages, and I want to get back into that. Now that I have time a little bit different, or a little bit of extra time on my hands to do stuff. That's West Texas road trip. Into the Canyon is our next one.
I think you're wearing them down, Travis.
And with the 3D printers,
Now's
I'll be
our
able to print
chance
extra
smother
parts to
this
customize them.
shitbag revolution in its cradle. The Western Republic base is deep in what they call Freedom Canyon. Of course, it's only free because they stole that land and everything on it. Time for you to go steal it back.
About time I get to go on offense.
Did you finish KCD2 yet? Nope. After the save corrupted, after the update, which is what killed the KCD2 playthrough last time, basically I sort of stopped playing it because I didn't want to play it without you guys getting to watch along. But at exactly the same time, I didn't have the time to be able to get the playthrough up again. So I think they're just about done with DLCs at this point in time. So I'm thinking about picking up all the DLCs and giving it a second shot. But because I don't want to run into those issues again, I'm not sure I'm going to stream it. I'm thinking I might do it like the first KCD playthrough and just play it through and then edit, play it through myself and then edit the sections down, keeping to the action and cutting out a lot of the travel time. Because then I can play it through in a much more condensed way. It's a bit heavier on the editing side. It's a bit easier for you guys to watch, but because I can also go like, all right, I need to knock this over relatively quickly because I don't want to run into any issues, I can basically play through the entire game in a week. Record it all and then edit it and release it over time, and it solves the problem that I had that killed the last playthrough. It has been on my mind, getting a playthrough of that one done. We've only got 16, so I can't do anything else yet. We will, however... I will change over to Hellfires. So a 30mm chain gun on a Huey could be interesting. No, we'll stay with 50 cals. The light missiles, Hydra incendiary. Only 5. No, we'll stick with the weapons combo we've got. We'll stick with the weapons combo we've got. We'll be fine. I remember when that American air show came over and I tried the RAAF sims they set up. I didn't last 30 seconds before accidentally ejecting myself.
I think you're wearing them down, Travis. Now's our chance to smother this shitbag revolution in its cradle. The Western Republic base is deep
I've already played that. I've already played that. Actually, I'm thinking the last time I saw sims at air shows, outside, like this one here is a special one that's just for that museum, but most of the sims I've seen at air shows in recent years have all been DCS. So every time I've walked past, especially the ones down at Avalon, they had multiple computers set up running DCS, running the F-18 sim. Because I was chuckling to myself the entire time. I didn't want to spend the time to get in the queue to actually play it, but if it was empty, I was thinking about jumping over there because I imagine I could give the flight guys a bit of a moment when I sit down in there and fire up the F-18 from scratch, cold start, and then run it off the end of a carrier.
Okay, make your way up the canyon. There's a spot right before you reach the compound where you can camp till nightfall.
Always wanted to do a river cruise.
It's cool, there were a few bugs around that time that would have made you mad, like the one that erases Radzig's sword at the end of the main quest. That, I didn't know there was that bug. Yeah, that would have pissed me off royally. Because that's the sword for KCD. I don't even know if it's the best sword you can get, but it doesn't matter, it's the sword. That's alright, it's on my short list. It's not probably going to happen for...
Logo, where the hell they get missiles?
Won't say never.
I don't know. This may be a little rougher than expected. Remember to use your dodge.
This ain't my first rodeo, Mikey.
Just Mike, Travis.
I won't say never on that.
Come on up here, troublemaker.
But the next couple of streams, I've got a couple of indie games that I want to mess around with. Nice casual streams like this one. And I want to do a bit of retro streaming.
You like time just like that.
With the absolutely shitful release of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I actually want to do Vampire the Masquerade Redemption and go back all the way to the first one. So I have some stuff.
Double my pleasure.
It did do some things really cool. I'll just update it now. Grab back up. And the other one I am trying at the moment to set up binding configurations for a controller. It's a little bit more practical. I've lost my good retro joystick. Shit. Alright. Don't you sleep.
Well, that's just like a steak free.
Goddamn Sam sites. Sorry, I'll concentrate on this for just a second. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, my retro joystick finally bit the dust, so I don't have the classic retro joystick, so I'm trying to set up a configuration at the moment for a controller, and I'm looking to potentially do a playthrough of all the Wing Commander series. So Wing Command 1, Wing Command 2, Wing Command 3, so on and so on, as well as Privateer, and I believe Privateer. Jesus Christ. Alright, that's better. Ooh. I believe Privateer 2 has just been released as well.
You're gonna be incinerated.
I've got the original copies for all of those. The original discs sitting in my collection right next, so... Ow, ow, ow. Alright, the Huey does not dodge as nicely as Airwolf does. That may not be a surprise for people. I do, and I think that money is gone. Damn it. I think that's sunk into the river. I do like the cracks around the edges as the damage indicator. Another one. Oh, these rednecks have better air defense than the other ones do. Money down here. I could really
Good work.
use a repair
You're almost
kit.
there. Now take cover in that cove just ahead and wait for sunset.
Sweet. I could use a little nap.
Let me land. There we go. Actually, speaking of retro games,
All right,
a
it's
while
go
back,
time. Fly in, take out all the armories and turrets, then hustle back to town in time for pancakes.
I'm more of a waffle guy, but okay.
a while back, I got into turn and burn, no-fly zone for the SNES and managed to convince a mate to be my Rio. Game's the closest thing you can get to a sim on a SNES. That's really cool. I don't think I've actually heard of that one. Have you heard about Falcon 5 that's supposed to be hopefully compete with DCS? Yes, I have. That was the entire point of Micropose buying all the rights for Falcon 4, and then I believe they basically hired the entirety of Falcon BMS's development team. Like the whole mod got developed. Oh, okay. I don't think the Little Bird and Airwolf had that light. That's fucking cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
They got a jet, man.
What?
Shit.
There's no way.
I know what a jet looks like, Michael.
Mike,
My last run-in with one of these was no bueno.
just stay calm and finish the job, all right?
All right.
Dodge the first, now do the second.
Love me some HP.
So yeah, now you're starting to see the place where things start getting harder. Clean up some of the front of the base over here. Double Sams, double Sams. This is clearly not a real game. AO told me, reported and unsubscribed. That was funny as shit. I had to take a screenshot of that just to post to people, like, anybody who goes, oh, AI is going to take over the world. Seriously, at the moment AI can't eat, like, an AI search engine can't even keep track of its own fucking search engine. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, if you check the posts on my YouTube page, basically Google AI, I was looking for a way to try and reset my progress so I could play through the entire game from scratch, stream. And Google AI tried to tell me that there was no such game as Cleared Hot and I made a mistake. While the first and second links that popped up underneath the Google AI response were both links to Cleared Hot on Steam. So yeah, the AI tried to tell me its own search engine was incorrect.
Like I just got a massage.
Never trust what AI says, and don't be afraid of it. It's nowhere near as dangerous as anybody
that's all the
thinks it
armory.
actually is.
Nice work.
Where the hell did they find all these guys?
Same place you found that chopper.
eBay?
I don't need the help. I'm going to have to cut my way out the front door, and this doesn't seem to have to clear the rest of everything else out first. Here they come. One. I wish I was faster.
That's the last turret. Nice work. The sky is yours.
Like the sound of that.
Okay, that should set him back a decade or so. Now get on out of there.
Fire up the waffle iron. I'm on my way.
I need to top up the health. I actually got through that without being destroyed. That's nice.
Oh shit, that jet's back.
Stay cool. It ain't gonna go in that canyon.
Ouch, ouch. Yeah, kind of wish you got more airborne for this, just quietly. Double man pads and like money, but like ow, like how it's more like that now.
Rain of fire down here.
Use that dodge, Travis.
Where the hell they
Nah.
get a jet?
I don't know.
Got me. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. You just get no time to dodge.
Oh shit, that jet's back.
Stay cool. It ain't gonna go in that canyon.
This next one. There it is. I'm not entirely sure what the jet is meant to be. I'm not sure if it changes based on the mission. I know the first time you encounter it, you get a glimpse of the 3D model, and it's an SU-27. But you You're getting little glimpses of the model popping around there at the moment, but I can't see it because I'm too busy trying to dodge. So you guys are going to tell me what the model is. And that's gone. Grab the cash. Doing a bit better this time.
Raining fire down here.
Use that dodge, Travis.
Where the hell they get a jet?
I don't know, but I'ma figure it out.
Trying to shoot me when I'm grabbing the money. That's just cheap.
Oh shit, another jet?
Oh, good. He made it.
You mean that one's ours?
I think you're safe for now, Travis. Let's get pancakes.
That was better.
Waffles. You paying attention, Desert?
The jet seat being so fast that you believe when you miss it is legit. Yeah, it starts getting really reflex orientated for shit like that now. You just gotta get out of the way as quickly as you can. It's easier with the Airwolf, which is what I had the first time I did this mission, because it dodges so quickly. It's got that high an acceleration, you're just blinking out of the way. Huey's a little bit slower. I do like her, but she's a little bit slower. What is the jet and why is it not an A-10? Everything these guys are supposed to have is basically supposed to be surplus Russian shit, as I understand it. It didn't look like a Drake and it was visible for a second. Looks like maybe a MiG-29 or an Su-27. Yeah, if it's the same model, I think it's an Su-27. But there could be a couple of models. I'd recommend looking into Turn and Burn, first-person flight sim light, and the premise is basically being golf... Yeah, I'd have a look at that. I'll add it to my my flight sim light collection. I've still got to get Nuclear Option up on stream. I'm trying to organise a bunch of people to play it at the moment, but we keep getting stalled on it. So I've got it all set up on my end, ready to go. I'd love to get some Nuclear Option up. In fact, I was sort of hoping we might actually be able to get a MagzTV server running on the Discord, like a dedicated server, and get a whole bunch of people on the Discord to fill in all the slots on the server and just go ham at one another. I thought it would be great. It took me a good 30 minutes of reading to try and figure out how to get the Tomcat off the deck. Well, that's pretty normal for flight sims. Actually, 30 minutes is a pretty good time to get it up. The one in DCS, shit, when I first flew that, although admittedly I flew that before anybody had done any kind of reviews on it, because I got access right, like pre-access to the bloody thing. I was reading NATOPS manuals to try and work out how to get that thing operating. It's about the best flight game you can get on Super Nintendo. I don't think there was too many of them on there. It's not really the platform for it, but it's cool that they exist. I didn't even hear of it. Yeah. I'll definitely have to dig it up and have a look. Don't have a Super Nintendo to run it on, but I'm sure I'm going to get an emulator floating around somewhere, and that'll piss Nintendo off, which is great. They deserve. Alright, 32,000. Yes, we will unlock the Cobra, and then I should probably start getting some more weapons unlocks. So, weapons hangar, weapons loadouts. Oh, she comes with 30mm cannon straight off the box, and we get 2 missile loadouts, both Hydras. But I can load double Hellfires on her. I like that. Double Hellfires, and you just get the 30mm cannon. You don't have to buy it. Can we get anything else for her? No, it just automatically unlocks it. Alright, here's a question. If I go back, change helicopter, let's go back to the Huey. Workshop. Yep, just unlocking the Cobra just unlocks the 30mm cannon. Straight out. You don't have to pay for it. Nice. So I imagine unlocking the Hind should unlock a couple of the Soviet guns, the 23mm and some of the Soviet rockets straight out of the box without me having to pay for them. I can deal with that. Okay, the jet looks like a blend of the Eagle and a MiG-29. Yeah, it's likely something fantasy, although it's hard to tell. We'll have to get some better looks at it over time. I still think the one you encounter that shoots you down in the first mission, I'm positive that's an Su-27. But there could be a couple of different aircraft in this. As hyped as I was for the Tomcat, I think I only put like 10 to 15 hours of flight time in after buying it. That's a shame, because it's a good jet, even when you're not playing it in a group. Like, playing it 2 people, like running Pilot Rio setup, is absolutely fantastic, especially if you've got a Rio who knows what they're doing. But even playing it just using the AI in DCS it's a lot of fun. It is a fun jet to fly. I think I got linked earlier on. I think the C-130 is out in DCS now too, so it might be time for me to do a DCS update sometime soon and jump in the Herc. Because that's one I always said that I wanted to see in DCS, and somebody's put it in there, and not as a mod this time, as an actual module release, so it would be rather rude of me to say that I want it and then not go and fly it, so I think it's about time DCS got woken back up so I can do some Herc missions in the desert and try not to get shot down. To be fair, I was in Retro Game Shop and I just saw a game with a Tomcat on the cartridge. That is a perfectly valid reason to buy a game. I had no clue what it was either. Yeah, I seriously never heard of it, so I'll have to dig it up. Orange fan, oops, I was thinking about the movie Firebirds, not Thunderbirds. Firebirds? Honestly, with the humour in this game, Thunderbirds fits as well, but... no, Firebirds. It's ringing a bell, but I don't remember the movie. Jester is a simp, so it pays to have a good human Rio. I've never had a problem with Jester doing most of the jobs. My issue with Jester is he's a bit of a wimp. Yeah, wimp. Yes, Knight. I was going to say simp. That's a bit odd, but I'll ignore that. Wimp makes far more sense. He likes to eject when you're flying at really low altitudes, which is a problem for me, because if I'm doing Mach 1 or Mach 1 plus, and I'm not low enough to the ground that the tops of the trees are brushing the paint off my belly, I'm flying too high. That's just one of the things I like to do. And the last time I flew the Tomcat out, I could reliably get Jester to eject just from doing low altitude flying. I didn't have to look like I was going to hit anything. I didn't have to do any kind of weird maneuvers. Just flying low level at my comfortable height in a straight line, and Jester would just bail the fuck out of the plane. I was trying at one point to work out how to disable his ejection seat so he couldn't. Tail risk. Mike has a theory about where the Kenyan boys got their fancy toys.
Okay, Travis, I got
Now,
another.
hang on right there. What the hell you got me into here? Missiles? Fighter jets? This ain't the usual hillbilly kit.
I know, we're gonna figure it.
Who's we, Mike? Who am I working for? And can we send a little backup? FBI? DHS? Come on, you gotta give me something.
They call us Tail Risk Management, or TRM. You ain't heard of us, because nobody has.
That's comforting. The hell is tail risk?
A risk with low probability, but catastrophic impact. Think alien invasions, secret cabals, time travelers.
Y'all find any time travelers yet?
Like I said, these are low probability events. Like a podunk separatist group backed by a fighter jet. I got a hunch about who it belongs to, but I need you to follow it.
So, you're like the Department of Cranks?
We're like that, yeah. And even a cranks right now and then. I need you to check out some remote facilities belonging to Richard Klein's Terminus Corporation.
Klein? The rocket guy?
Yeah, about a week ago, some of his scientists quit on him. Nobody's heard from him since.
You think Richard Klein is back in the Canyon, boys?
Nope, I think they're back at him.
The rocket guy. I'm a little curious whether or not that is an Elon Musk reference. Alright. Let's test out.
Alright, you see any scientists, bring them back to the van. And if Klein's boys so much as spit in your direction, be ready to unload.
Always ready for that.
Alright. Cobra is pretty. It's fast. Faster. It doesn't feel a whole lot quicker than the Huey in terms of speed. Agility's pretty good. I think it accelerates a little better. And it's a bit more nimble with this. Right, let's see what 30mm does. I feel like it should do more than that. Hang on. Probably shouldn't shoot the guy in blue.
Oh, hell, they got some nasty armed Humvees.
Oh, I hate those things.
You have a bad run-in or something?
No, they just get terrible gas mileage.
That they do, Desert.
You. Yep, there's one guy hanging out. Looks like we only carry 3. That's going to be a problem. Oh, hang on. Alright, look closely. We were right, they actually are sitting on the winglets. One on the left winglet, one on the right winglet, and I've currently got one hanging on the hook directly underneath the skids. I was just sort of making a joke before when I said that. That's actually what they've done. I'll leave the rest of that ammo there in case I need it. I'm genuinely impressed with that. That is really, really, really cool.
Hey, this is gonna get a little bit hairy. Canyon boys.
No, those are Klein's troops. Trained mercenaries. He's just using those Canyon boys as frontline fodder.
Why the hell would Klein need a mercenary army?
I don't know, but I'll bet those scientists do. Keep bringing them in.
Roger.
Oh, yeah, we have a map too. Fuel tanks up this way. Well, let's go this way.
One gun, two done.
There's the sand. Oh, shit, that's a tower.
That's a twofer.
Whoa, okay. Let's not kill those buildings just yet. Yeah, this one. No mad pads. Backdrop rock and shoot and you can go up over the mountains, you've just got to watch where you go over them so you can make sure the chopper has a chance to get higher, otherwise you will slam into the ground. Looks like a modern silkworm choplifter. Is stuttering in the feed or in the game? If they're stuttering in the stream, that is 100% the stream. Just a second, guys. Let me have a look at that. Oh shit! Yeah, we're dropping frames. Okay. Great. My net has been perfect for ages, and now suddenly it's an issue. Let's try this. I've had perfect net for streaming for weeks, and then the second I decide to actually stream, I start running into problems. Alright, I just adjusted the bitrate a little bit. Hopefully that'll be okay. Sorry about that, guys. You should have mentioned that a little bit earlier. I would have fixed it up. I didn't realize we were dropping frames at all. I didn't even check, because it just didn't appear to be a problem. Yeah, this is nicely reminiscent of Desert Strike from the Sega Genesis. I like it. Yep, that's exactly what they were trying for. Yeah, Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, Soviet Strike. Somebody said before Nuclear Strike. I actually forgot about that one, but yes, that was another one. I've actually got original CDs from the late 90s for Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, and Urban Strike here. All the games I bought back in the 90s, which is the retro games that I want to play, most of them off GOG now, but I've got all the original discs for them still floating around as well. So, yeah, this is one that I was really hoping was going to be good, and it's better than I could ever have imagined. And even if you're not old enough to remember those games, it's worth having. There was a reason why.
This compound up ahead has a helipad. If you capture it, we can use it as our FOB, and you can repair the helo as needed.
That sounds handy.
This is very much on my my thoroughly recommended.
Alright, land on the helipad and wait a beat to capture it.
Gotcha.
Shield? Okay. Has that fixed up the stuttering at all, guys?
All yours. Come back as often as you need for repairs.
Oh, I doubt I'll need to, but, you know, it's nice to have the option.
Alright, so everything else is cleared back. We do have ammo back here, but I can... I'm going to be using the forward pad. I might quickly shoot back. Grab that ammo before we advance forward, because I'm not going to ever have to come back to this pad again. Might be a good idea. Alright, I will adjust that again. Audio. We'll just drop the master volume down to, call it 80. I'll leave the voice actor volume up so we can hear what's being said, and leave that. Hopefully that'll be a little bit better. Looks like a modern silkworm choplifter. Yeah, read that one. We don't really have a modern silkworm either. Choplifter is definitely incorporated into this a little bit, although the cable pickup mechanic was present in all the Desert Strike General Strikes back in the day as well. That was how you rearmed and refueled yourself. That's the one thing that's missing. There's no refueling mechanic with this. It's only rearm. Not that I'm complaining, it's just it's a thing that I noticed. I can't think of anybody having done a modern silkworm. I should dig up the old Amiga copies of Silkworm and Silkworm 4. God, I spent some hours on those games back in the day.
Oh, roll the dough.
I think it was one of the first multiplayer games I ever played as well. 2-player co-op. I always wanted to control the helicopter, obviously, but had a cousin that I used to play with, and he'd drive the Jeep.
Brent, I'm here.
I still can't get over that they're sitting on the fucking pants. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hey, Ob. Good afternoon from Australia. How's things up in the Netherlands, man? So far, much better. Fantastic. Yeah, I just did a bitrate adjustment. I shouldn't need to, but yeah, obviously something's messing up the head up here again, so I'll just tweak it. Hopefully, it'll be nice and stable now. Don't need a ridiculously high bitrate for this one. Although I do have to say it does look good, because I'm actually playing native. I'm playing here at the moment at 4K, and it looks nice.
I got you,
very
buddy.
nicely stylized.
Help's here.
Grab that help. Right. Get these boys back and drop them off. My brother always made me take the Jeep. I'm guessing older brother. I have to guess older brother, because if it was younger brother, you'd be making him take the Jeep. Although the Jeep was cool, it's just, it wasn't as cool as the helicopter. God. Nope, no man pads. One there. Another pad we can take, actually. Right, 30mm doesn't kick as hard as I was expecting to when it comes to killing people. But it destroys buildings really nicely. There we go, pad capture. Yep, older and a bit of a bully until I got big. That is normally the way it works. I have 2 young sons at the moment. One is 13 and goes to the gym 3 times a week and is, frankly, for his age, built like a brick shithouse. And then I have, we have my youngest, who is 10, who is not that big yet, and I am forever trying to get them to act like human beings towards one another. And constantly having to remind my oldest son that why he is bigger now and he does go to the gym. There is going to be a point in the future where his younger brother is going to catch up. So it's probably best not to go too hard. Eventually time will trying to catch everything here. Come on. Yeah, eventually time will neutralize it with this. Should be fair. They're good kids, just hyper competitive. That's everything here. Guess there's just that last base from the looks of it. Definitely sounds like older brother shenanigans to me as well. Yep. Pretty easy to call that one.
That's a double from you tonight.
Yes, the weekend is finally upon us. It is... Oh, shit. There we go. Although I'm still working. I'm actually going to help the missus tomorrow. She's doing a wildlife demonstration. Doing a public one. She needs a bit of a hand with it, so I am... Rather than having a bit of a sleep in on the weekend, I'm going to look. I'm going to be helping with that. Which I don't mind. Hang around with the animals all day and basically show people all the cool shit I get to play with.
If there's any
It's
more
not related
hostages,
to
now's your
computers or
chance to get
aircraft.
them. Then make your way to the extraction point marked on your map.
On my way.
We're taking out the crocodile with this one actually. So
One gun, 2 down.
It's always funny watching people's reactions to that. Especially down here. People in Queensland are kind of used to seeing crocodiles, but being down in Victoria, not something that people tend to expect to see. Let's drop these guys off, and that should be it and done. Yep, that's looking pretty clean to me. Let's head to the exit point. And that should have me up to where I progressed to before wanting to start the stream. Alright, nice. We are back up to 13. So, hangar-wise, we need 31 for the hind. 35 for the Black Hawk, 40 for the Apache, and 45 for the Chinook. I'm curious what the Chinook's use is going to be in this, other than being able to carry a ridiculous amount of passengers. Alright, so we have... Yeah, we'll stay with the Cobra. Workshop. What else have we got? Heavy guns. Well, the Russian 30mm seems to be better in almost every way. We have Apache at home, default gun of the Mi-24 Hind, extremely high rate of fire for heavy gun, but accuracy degrades over time. M230 anti-personnel. Anti-armor. They put this on a Hilo, a 25mm single-barreled chain-driven autocannon, typically found in ground vehicles like the Bradley. Yes, I want to put the Bushmaster on the Cobra. I want to see how that works. Heavy missiles, higher light missiles, Hydra Flechette, Hydra Incendiary. What have we got? Just the Mavericks. Otherwise we're loading Russian rockets. Not that that's a bad thing. Larger splash. The incendiaries would be interesting to take, although I don't know what this mission's going to bring. Yeah, let's spend the money. We'll try those. We'll try those. Go double Hydra incendiaries. We'll see what that does. Right. Missions 8. The long way home. Looks like an escort back.
Hey, what the hell did you stir up now?
Me?
Yeah, on top of the yokels, now we got some well-armed corporate security types blocking the road back to town. They look pretty serious about it.
Oh, yeah, about that.
And now I get word that every dirtbag militia in the west is heading to Piedras Grandes, thanks to whatever you did in that canyon.
Okay, but that was...
Doesn't matter now. We gotta get back. I need air support.
Shouldn't we call, you know, like, the feds?
According to Mike, due to budget cuts, you kinda are the feds.
The budget feds, huh? I'll take it.
Thanks, Orange. Yeah, the game is fun.
Travis,
If you
they're on us.
you
We
like
need
the
you
look of it,
quick.
thoroughly
On my
recommend it. Pick it up. It's worth it. Alright. Oh shit, there's already full-on attacks going on. Alright.
Shit,
I
that
like
was
this
close.
loadout.
Can we get a lift to the convoy down the road?
Sure your tummy can handle it?
Don't talk about it. Just get us over there.
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to give you... I think we're going to have to kill some people before we do that. Okay, the Bushmaster is very cool. Oh, this is almost unfair. the compound they want to go to. It's cleared. This is Sam's site, which is now dealt with. God, it ripped buildings to pieces.
Hold on and maybe close your eyes.
That one I'm hanging underneath, I think. They'll get inside in a second, maybe. No. Oh, wait, hang on. They did.
I got you.
I think this is the compound we're going to go to. Okay, I may have just killed them. That was probably bad. Let's not do that again.
Thanks for the lift.
Just remember to give me a 5-star rating.
Hey, we ain't done yet. I need you to grab something real quick.
Beer rum?
Even better. They got a serious weapons cache somewhere in the compound marked on your map. We're gonna borrow it.
Mikey!
Oh, I like Mikey. That's cute.
Isn't it?
It's not. Just get over there, find the cache, and haul it back to the convoy.
Roger. See you, Newbert.
So only 3 at a time. I think what's happening here is one's going in the cockpit with me, the other 2 are sitting on the wings. And you can carry 4 with the 4th hanging off the cable underneath, but that is less than ideal. I think that's what's happening. I kind of wish there was an option to zoom in on a helicopter like this, but get even closer, but they don't give you the option. Left. Yeah, we should have only done 3 and then we would have had 1 extra on this load and then that would have been it.
Don't worry, I'm here.
With no deaths. The 4th pickup appeared to lose health while hanging. Yeah, I think he just takes damage because he's swinging around underneath the chopper while I'm flying. I don't think there's any way to avoid that, so yeah, I'll just have to keep that in mind if I need to use the attack helicopters for that. The Bushmaster will now be my standard gun. This thing is giving me the giggles. I like this. Incendiary rockets aren't bad either. That is probably the container they want me to grab, so we'll do that now. Surprised there's not more to fight on the roads. Everything seems to be attached to these. Everything's attached to these compound groupings. It would be nice to see more enemies just sort of roaming about that you just have to deal with.
Okay, it's in one of these buildings. You'll have to peel off the roofs to peek inside.
Taking a lot of heat here. This better be the good stuff.
Have I ever led you astray?
Is that a serious question? That's you.
God, the incendiary rockets kill those SAMs so quickly. Better than the damn Hellfires.
Scoop.
Hello.
Hellfire.
That looks like a potential break, so I will make sure I'm fully loaded up.
You're gonna be incinerated.
One more to top up health pool.
Okay, I think I got it.
Good. Now haul it back to the truck, but be gentle. That's some volatile cargo.
Hell, if I can handle a chicken.
What?
Nothing.
Watch and make sure we don't hit the fences. Okay. All the mountains. Nope, wrong base. Next one down. Oh, man, it wants me to put it on the truck. That's gonna be...
Okay, who's gonna sign for this delivery?
That'd be me. Nice job, Travis. Mike, we good?
We're good.
All right, let's haul out, Travis. Keep them off us.
You won't even notice him.
I've already cleared out the first couple of stops. Looks like got a few more. Outside of potential ambushes.
Shit, you see that?
What, the little bonfire? I got you.
Need a little road clearance here?
Hey, stop shooting me.
You gonna move this shit or what?
Yeah. Keep the pantyhose on. There we go. Kind of disappointed that armored Humvee didn't roll in that one. I might just have to make sure I shoot it from now on. Head we can clear.
Travis, they're dropping out of the
Paratroopers?
sky now.
I see him. Stand by.
Hey, you mind getting over here?
Alright, that's new. I hadn't seen those before.
garbage in the road ahead.
Escort, delivery guy, and garbage man? I'm quite the catch, ain't I?
Pass me when we're back safe.
Sorry, I'm not talking at the moment, guys. Just trying to concentrate on everything it's throwing at me at the moment.
We're hit!
Jesus. Yeah, that was a technical remark. Also, I feel the incendiary rockets was the correct choice. Get up.
Come on up here, troublemaker.
Damn it, another roadblock. Can you clear it? I see our boys on the other side.
Yep. Hang tight, Sheriff.
No 5 minutes left.
You mind moving this thing?
I like these.
That one can stay, that one has to go.
Oh, these are great.
Right, I think I managed to clear everything. Right, the truck's a little worse for wear, but it's going to make it.
All right, now I'll say it. You're pretty good at this, Travis. I owe you another one.
That right. Because I got this little parking ticket situation.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, the paratroopers I was not expecting. Alright, Mission 9, the Battle of Big Rocks. The alliance of the militia groups and the Terminus Private Army is out for vengeance. And the Pedros Grandis is under full assault. It's up to Travis, Mike, Sheriff, Guerrero, and even Tommy to defend their town. 15. I don't think I'm going to change that configuration at all. Just hope I don't have to do much choplifter stuff in the next one. Alright. And just doing a quick check on Steam on the stream health while I'm here, so I can actually see what's going on. It seems to be okay now, as far as I can tell.
Travis, I think it's safe to say you made a few enemies.
Couple of friends too, though, right?
I don't know, man. You stirred up a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, Tommy? Maybe I should have just let him take your truck.
Folks, we're gonna need to cooperate here. We got every militia in the West headed for Piedras Grandes to avenge their canyon friends. Plus, now the Terminus army... Terminus what?
For the record, it was Mike's idea to raid the canyon.
Fellas, we don't have time for all that. My squad's holding down the station and the saloon. Travis, you cover Thomas' place.
I don't know, I might be washing my hair that day.
Travis!
This ain't the time. Come on, man.
Y'all know I wouldn't miss a party. Let's show them why they call this town Big Rocks.
All right, Travis, the first assault will reach Thomas any minute. Get over there.
Rolling out.
Out of curiosity, can you swap the helis mid-mission? No, I don't believe you can, or I found no way to do it so far, so you sort of got to pick and choose what you've got. It would be useful if you could land and do a swap out. So, you know, run the attack helicopter, clear a base, swap out to the Huey, do a pickup on the Huey, then swap out back to another something else later.
Tommy, these fellas sure have it out for you.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Huge wave incoming.
Don't worry, I got you.
Oh, don't you worry. I am worried.
Suit yourself. See? No reason to sweat.
Actually, I'm seeing a pretty good reason right now.
What?
They got a tank.
What?
Goddamn armored tank, Travis, north side.
Hell, that ain't great. Woo!
Ooh,
Okay,
maybe I should have
that
brought something
was
with
a whole
anti-armor
bang.
capability.
Ain't the last thing either. Here come the trucks.
All right,
Going a little bit
hang
faster.
tight, bud.
Many technicals. It's like somebody's been importing Hiluxes to the US.
Okay, all pickups put down.
Yeah, I don't see any more coming.
Good, because the boys down at the Big Rock Saloon need a hand. Can you head over?
Haven't poured me a cold one. I'm on my way.
Ain't it a little early?
Been a stressful morning, Sheriff.
Yeah, afternoon's looking rough too.
Here.
Just in time. Keep those bastards away from our bar. It's a historic building.
Yeah, I've definitely got some history there. Logo. Sorry, boys. Bar's closed. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Nice work, Travis, but there's more coming.
Damn, I see him. Go find your own watering hole. This one's mine.
Sorry, T, another wave's on its way.
Really? You tell them it's a historic building?
Yeah, something tells me they don't give a damn.
Yeah, I've blown through my rockets pretty quickly.
Well, they didn't die alone.
Okay, this push past cannon is the only one keeping me
Okay,
going
I
here
think
at
that's
the
all
moment.
of them.
Whew. I think everybody in this town owes you a round for that one.
Hold up, you ain't done yet. They got more tanks en route. Come by my place. I got the only rounds you need right now.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Hopefully we get something special unlocked here. I like this game, it doesn't take itself too serious. No, that is one of the best parts about it. It's
Okay,
here to
what do
have
we got
fun.
here?
I like to call these little fellas tank busters. Use them wisely.
Okay, let's go, Busters.
Hang on a second. What do we got?
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm into those.
Good. I shipped the rest to Tommy's. He'll get them prepped and ready for you. First one's ready now, Travis. Come on by the yard when you can.
Well, how about that?
Travis, we're under.
Sheriff,
We're under heavy fire. Really?
I'm coming. I'm here.
It's not looking good, T.
It's about to look better.
Let the fire again as well. I like it. I very much like it. Although I am just ran out. Need more.
Escape. Oh, actually, it's looking a lot worse.
What?
Nothing. Just be ready.
Now, thinking about it, if it's taking itself seriously, it would be fun to try and
I think I see another
recreate
wave
some of
coming,
these missions
Travis.
inside of, say,
All right,
DCS.
just hold your ground. Oh, God.
What?
Travis, more trouble coming your way. Travis, another unit just passed through, heading for town.
They're coming from every direction, Sheriff. I don't know.
Well, I do know, all right? They ain't taking our town.
Hell no. Goddamn right they are.
All right, amigos. Let's go.
Interesting. That missile didn't do as much as I would have expected against the armored Hummer.
Roll the double.
Shit. Tower. Missiles. Ah, stupid scroll wheel.
Yeehaw! You messed with the wrong town, boys.
Hell yeah, get out of here.
And stay out.
Yeah, please don't come back. I could really use a day off.
Oh, that was hectic. Alright, that gets us up to 26. And then 35 for the Hind. Alright, data harvesting. Travis visits Terminus Data Center to find answers and haul them out with a winch. We may need the Huey for this one. Actually, Hangar. Let's go back to the Sky Wolf. I can put the incendiaries on it, but I can't put the Bushmaster on it. Imagine it's the same problem. Yep, same problem. Only can fit light guns. Oh, I kind of like the Bushmaster. I want to keep the Bushmaster. We'll see what it is. I don't know what the mission is yet, so we'll see what it is.
Travis, I've been talking to one of the Terminus scientists you rescued. Turns out they all quit because Klein had them on a project that made them uncomfortable.
What kind of project?
That's part of the issue. He got them all siloed off. Won't tell him what it's about. but she says her silo was working with a lot of sulfur dioxide.
Sulfur dye, what?
She thinks Clyde's planning a stratospheric aerosol injection.
Okay, well, that clears things up.
It's a geoengineering technique for cooling the climate.
Oh, wait, that's good, right?
Depends how it goes. It's high risk. Not the kind of thing you want one rich guy to decide for the whole planet.
Okay. You call the FBI?
Yeah, there's a bit of a trust issue there.
Really? They don't trust the cranks department?
It's politics. I used to work there, so...
Oh, they don't trust you.
They will. We just need hard evidence. How you feel about a Gulf Coast trip?
We going fishing, Desert?
You could say that.
All right.
All right. Terminus has 3 data centers in this area. I need you to grab a server from each and bring it back here for safekeeping. And remember, you can come back here for repairs when you need them.
Copy that.
Alright, so we're just hauling a safe out. Okay, that's not so bad. Maybe we did make the right choice. So one there, one there, one there.
Okay, we're near Terminus Spaceport, so expect heavy defenses and try not to get caught in those radar turrets.
Good idea.
Oh, we have radar SAMs now.
Okay, those are no joke.
Yeah, stay out of those radar cones or this is gonna be over quick.
Alright, there was no dodging that.
The server's in one of these buildings, so crack them open till you find it.
I'll get cracking then.
I think the fence and buildings actually block the line of sight to those radars. I think that's actually modeled, so I can use the building to terrain. Get close enough. See how it breaks on the fence? I wonder. Yep, it can't see me. That is actually really cool. That's something that normally wouldn't be worried about. But I'm skimming the ground behind the fence and it can't see me at all. That is really cool. Steal the rest of the ammo and the cash. Crack open all these buildings.
I got it. Great. Now haul it back quick.
Oh,
we want to
shit.
wrap this up before they send in reinforcements.
On my way.
Yeah. That wasn't nice.
Ding dong, McCall shipping. Delivering data servers, county sheriffs, and cans of whoop-ass across the great state of Texas.
Nice work. 2 to go.
Alright. They're going to do that at each of these bases. They're going to turn those radar SAMs on at each one as soon as you pick it up. So, might be an idea to pick up the case, drop it, and then use the fence line to clear them out. Now that I know that that's a thing that you can do. Oh shit, little two cars getting up then. That's modeled. That is. Makes me want to go back and play the other missions now and see if there's anything else like that that I haven't noticed so far. Those ones are rotating very quickly. Okay. Let's clear everything else out first. Those just look like they are. Very quickly. Oh. That was a man pad. Quit that shit. Alright. Let's have a look at a map. One there and one there. Looks like only the one. Oh. That one was not so easy to sneak up on. Hopefully I haven't been killing them all along and just not noticed them. We'll be able to get them back to there. We should be able to clear the mountains over here. Let the ammo build up there. Now, 2 SAMs here and here. Probably clear this entire south side first. That was not what I wanted to do. That was very much not what I wanted to do. Need to spend a bit of time thinking how to get through these. These fast rotating ones are a pain. Just thinking about it, how demoralising would that be? You're inside some kind of air-defended compound, and an attack helicopter just comes cruising through below roof height in between all your fences to sneak up on your air defences and shoot them in the back. I think I'm getting better at dodging those now. There's the safe. Pick that up in just a moment.
Escape. Hellfire.
That should be the compound done. Except these are where they're going to pop up the new defences, I reckon.
Oh no. Reinforcements are here. It's our old friend.
Okay, don't panic.
Wow, some sage advice, Captain.
What do you want me to say?
Shit. How do I get that? There we go. Got the safe out of the building. Right, it's not a defense pop-up this time. This time we've got a jet to deal with. Can't fly high enough to get the safe out of the fence.
Dude, drop your missile and leave like a baby.
Yeah, looking at that shape profile then, that looks very much like an SU-27. Shit.
Hey, Mach fuck you.
Oh,
Back with
there
the
we
second,
go.
but I got
True
a lot
that.
of heat on me here.
Well, don't hang around here with it. Get to the last server.
Now I'm guessing that jet is going to stay active. Just start randomly attacking me as I'm flying through. Oh, no. Well, I do want to get in there. I want to approach from this side.
Well, at least he didn't die alone.
Stop shooting the damn scientists. One,
Don't look down, friend.
two, and
Hold on tight, friend.
three. Just gotta wait for him to get inside. At the same time, though, if the opposition has enough info on your air defense and their operational capabilities, and you haven't layered them, you're boned on a planned approach. This is true. This is true. Yeah, there we go. He's inside now. There's planned approaches, and there's I'm going to sneak into your base and use your own walls as cover to take out your air defenses at point blank range.
Friend, I'm here.
2, 3. Sometimes they're really slow for the third one to get in. That time it was almost instant though. We have a tank there. I have to keep an eye on that and make sure we can make a run on the base. Just doesn't seem fair, does it? Oh shit, that was not behind the wall. Fine, it's gonna be that way. There we go. I'll go around the other way.
I feel like $100.
Fast rotator in the center. I think this one is outside the fence.
That's a chipper.
IR Sam's.
Come on up here, troublemaker.
What's left? The outside looks pretty clear, outside of a couple of man pads. Huh. Whole private runway here. feeling everything's going to go to shit the second I touch that box. Anybody else have that idea?
I like these.
There's two over here and one in the middle. So before we touch that box, now the base is cleared, we'll go clear the rest of these out and we'll pick it up, and then once we get it back, that should be the end of the mission. Now at that point I might actually call it here for the night, guys. Then we'll do the safe run. The main reason I'm doing this, I don't really need the ammo, but I think there's a monetary bonus, and I would like to pick up the hide. And the last thing to do after this mission. I'm not sure if we have enough money, but we'll see. Alright, that's already rescued. We'll go grab this case and see what happens. I'm not going to be able to get it over the fence height, so through that gap.
Okay, got the third one, but this jet's still on my ass. Bob and weave, Travis. Whatever you do, just get it here. It was easy to say from the cheap seats.
Alright, we got that in place. Ooh, that was close.
Is that a jet airplane?
Oh yeah, that was actually no, that might have been SU-33. Shit.
Ooh, afterburners. All right, here's the third. We gotta clear out, folks. Travis, you gotta lure them away from those servers. Okay, but who's gonna lure them away from me? Go, get to the extraction point on your map. That should at least buy us enough time to load up and haul out. All right, all right, all right. Ew, Mark, fuck this.
This way. Alright, so now the jet's going to be on this one.
Alright, we're on the way out. You just keep flying till you're clear. Yeah, I definitely ain't stopping now.
Alright, there we go. And 36. Hopefully that is enough. 31 for the hind. Alright, we now have the hind to finish up with. So, let's do a little bit of custom work. We can put the Bushmaster on it. I want the Bushmaster. God, we can go for triples. Triple incendiaries. Or hellfires. Workshop, what have we got in the way of heavy missiles? A massive Soviet 240mm rocket with devastating power, only carry 2, but each one delivers enormous damage. Used when you need something absolutely dead, requires 18 grand. Soviet radio-guided anti-tank missile, we don't have enough money for that. 18 for the attacker. 12 for the Maverick. 6.5 for the armor-piercing Hydras. Alright, looks like we will have to do some weapons upgrades at a later time. But there we go, we have the hind unlocked. So now that should solve my need to rescue people thing while still having enough firepower. The only thing is the acceleration is going to be slow and the speed's not going to be as great. So aircraft could be a problem, but we've got more health as well. The flying tank, that should do the job. Anyways, ladies and gents, it is 2:14 AM on this end, so I am going to bring this one to a close. Hope you enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This was just a bit of a mess around stream on this. I'm quite glad that a few people liked the look of it and wanted to pick it up. This is indie dev. I'm always in for supporting the indie devs, and this is a fantastic game. Thoroughly recommend it. Yeah, shitload of fun. I'll probably end up jumping on and having a bit more of a play with this one soon. At the moment, as you can see, I'm nearly completed the missions through this run. This is all there is so far, but they're adding more in. This is just what's there for the early access at this point. There's supposed to be a load of missions coming in later, but all repeatable, and there's lots to unlock and customize, and it's cheap and on special at the moment too, so yeah. Anyways, guys, again, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next stream, which hopefully will be only within the next couple of days. And until then, take care.